And Kamavajara Sobana arise. The sense sphere, beautiful,
wholesome consciousness,
A, and functional consciousness A. How many? 29. This is called Kamavajara Javana. Kamavajara Javana. When we see something, some object, depend on our thought, depend on the object. Maybe this javana will arise. Maybe unwholesome consciousness, or maybe this smile producing consciousness, or maybe or beautiful consciousness, beautiful wholesome consciousness, maybe functional consciousness for the karma object. So this here we look at this under the diagram. See that Kamavajara Javana 29. See that right? Kamavajara 29. You see here. Agusala here. Say Agusala 12, right? Hasitu Bada 1. Kamavajara Kusala 8. And Kamavajara Kiriya 8. See that right? Yeah. So Abhana Javana 26. Abhana sublime. Sublime. So this Abhana Javana 26 arise through the mind door only, right? This what are these? Mahagada Kusala 9 here. Mahagada means sublime. Here, sublime is means Rubhavajara and Arubhavajara, right? Because Rubhavajara consciousness 15 and Arubhavajara formless sphere consciousness 12 together 27 we call sublime consciousness. So when we call here Abhana or Mahagada Kusala, it means sublime, wholesome consciousness, 9. Right? 9. See that, right? 9. And Mahagada Kiriya, it means sublime, functional consciousness, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. Right? 18. And supramundane consciousness, you can briefly Magga Chitta 4, Phala Chitta 4, 8 and 18, 26. This 26 type of consciousness are called Abhana Javana. So Kamavajara Javana 29, Abhana Javana 26, together 55. Should remember that, right? 55 Javana Chitta. Now we go to Dwara Vimutta, without door. Some type of consciousness is not arise in any doors. What are they? How many consciousness? 19. Right? 19 type of consciousness is without door. Why is 19? We can call relinquishing consciousness or bhavanga consciousness the same, because their function is the same, right? So relinquishing consciousness, because that is the 19 type of consciousness, they perform their function as the relinquishing, right? Linking function this one, this. Two Sandirana here, Mahavibhaga Jitta A and Rubhavajara Vibhaga 5, Arubhavajara Vibhaga 4, together 19. This 19 type of consciousness we call relinquishing consciousness or rebirth consciousness or bhavanga consciousness, whatever you call it, all is correct. This 19 type of consciousness cannot arise any doors. Why? Look at Manodwara. Why is the Manodwara? Bhavanga, Chitta, called Monodvara, right? They themselves is this door, as a door. That's why 19, relinquishing consciousness. That's the Dvara Vimutta, without door. Here, Abhidhamma and Manodvara Vijana. So we already know about that. Manodvara Vijana, here, see that, right? Mind or adverting consciousness. In the sense sphere object, perform its duty as Abhidhamma, determining, right? Determining. For the mind or consciousness, perform its function. Was avijjana, comprehending, right? We already studied last week, comprehending. Now we will summarize it, or what type of consciousness arise in how many doors? Something like that. Look at here. One, this is the Dvara Chitta, 36. You see here, right? If you have 6, this means always arise in 6 doors. In 6, you have underline here, just sometimes arise in the 6th door and sometimes free from doors, without door. If 0 is mean always free from doors. That's why one Dvara Chitta is 36 consciousness. This means this 36 type of consciousness arise in one door. What are the 36? Look at the diagram, This is the one Dvara, you see that, right? Like that's a Pancha Dvara Vijana. Or here, Jakku Vijnana, you see that, right? Jakku Vijnana, 1, 1, 1, 1, see that, right? Jakku Vijnana 1, Sota Vijnana 1, Ghana Vijnana 1, Jinva Vijnana 1, Kaya Vijnana 1. This is the twice 5-fold sense impression. Look at here, Jakku Vijnana. What kind of door is rise? Only Jakku door, eye door, right? Seeing consciousness, these two just right in the one door, right in one door, right? One door. Now we will find how many chitta arise in one door. We have 36. What are 36? So we're looking for here. Eye to eye consciousness. You can look at this diagram too. It's easy. The bottom total chitta, you see that, right? 2. 2 is means Jakku Vijnana 2, just a one door, right? Number 1 door. Sota Vijnana, ear consciousness, just a one door. Ghana Vijnana, nose consciousness, just one door. Jinva Vijnana, tongue door, tongue consciousness, just a one door. And Kaya Vijnana, body consciousness, just one door. All together here, 5 sense impression consciousness, 10, right? This 10 here, 10 kind of consciousness, only one door, accordingly. Right? Accordingly, it's just one door. Understand that, right? Just one door. And here, look at here. Sublime consciousness, how many one? Sublime consciousness, — 26. Yes, this 26 type of consciousness, look at the chart. Only one door. What door? Manodvara, mind door. You see, mind door. This depends on bhavana, meditation. Right? Meditation. This jhana can arise in our eyes, just in our mind. Just a mind door. Now, sublime consciousness, or jhana consciousness 26 is the one door, the Manodwara mind door. So, mind door, this is the 5 sense impression consciousness 10 and sublime jhana consciousness, obviously, not sublime, yes, this for the sublime, how many was sublime? 26, right? Apana jhana. 26 is meant here, Rubhavajara, Rubhavajara, wholesome consciousness, 9. Rubhavajara, functional consciousness, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. And supramundane consciousness, 8. 18 and 8, 26. Recall. Apana jhana 26, just one door. Not one door. So 10 plus 26, 36. This 36 type of consciousness rise in one door accordingly. Right? Accordingly. Jagu Vijnana is the Jagu door. Soda Vijnana 2 is the Jagu door. Gana Vijnana is the snow door, right? This the Jima Vijnana 2 is the tongue door. Kaya Vijnana 2 is the body door. The remaining, this sublime jhana conscious 26 is the mind door. Accordingly, it's just one door. And 5 dwara chitta. 5 dwara chitta is mean this the three, right? The 3 type of consciousness rise in the 5 doors. 5 doors. 5 doors. What is mean 3 here? Mind element. If you look at the chart, also this will be okay, right? Mind door. The first one, Pancha Dwara Vijnana here. Pancha Dwara Vijnana and Sampadicana 2. These 3 types of consciousness are called Mano Dhatu. Right? Mano Dhatu is the mind elements. This is the 5 doors. 5 doors. Whatever the 5 sense objects get into our sense doors, this Pancha Dwara Vijnana is function before Jagu Vijnana, Soda Vijnana, eye consciousness, ear consciousness, and so on arise. Yes. That's the Pancha Dwara Vijnana have to perform its function as apprehending first, right? Apprehending. And here, Samrichana, receiving consciousness. For the 5 object is come attached to this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. The receiving consciousness perform is the duty, its function. That's why this the mind elements, this the Panchadhara Vijnana and Sampadicana 2, together 3. This 3 type of consciousness arise in 5 doors. Eye door, ear door, nose door, tongue door, body doors. 5 doors. And 6 dwara chitta. 6 dwara chitta is mean, it's dwara chitta 31, right? This 31 type of consciousness arise in 6 doors. 6 doors. But here A is mean always. Right? Always. 31. What's that 31? Is look at the charts, the one by one, that will be okay, make sure. And for the easy to remember, please know it. 31, what's the 31? Pleasurable investigating consciousness, 1. Yeah. Pleasurable investigating consciousness, 1. And determining is the Manodhara Vijnana here. We can call determining according to his function, right? We can call this, as we studied before, mind or adverting consciousness will be okay, and determining will be okay, right? This determining consciousness 1. Now we get only we already get 2, right? 2. And Kama Vajara Javana. How many one? 29. Kama Vajara Javana, 29. So, Sandirana 1, Manodvarajana 1, and this Kama Vajara Javana, this means sense sphere Javana, conscious 29. 1 plus 1 plus 29, together 31. This 31 type of consciousness arise in 6 doors. Always 6 doors. 6 doors. See that, right? 6 doors. Here, Sandirana, we have 2 Sandirana here. For this Ubekha here, this the resultant consciousness, right? This the result of
wholesome consciousness.
And this it's normal, this desirable, this will be Ubekha. It's a very, very desirable object. It's a pleasurable, investigating consciousness. So, remember this, or pleasurable, investigating consciousness arises through the 5 physical doors. The 5 physical doors mean eye, ears, nose, tongue, body. The 5 is the physical door. When the object is presented, is very desirable. 5, right? And sometimes occurs through the mind door. Through the mind door, as the Dharamana. The Dharamana, right? Or retention. When they perform their duty as the Dharamana, here the Dharamana is here, their function, as you know, this Dharamana, even the minor can occur, the Dharamana. That's why this Sandirana is always, arises through the 5 sense door and mind door, 6 doors. And determining Manodara Vijana, you see this, even the eye about the 5 sense object get into the door. This the Manodara Vijana Chitta perform its duty as Vuttapana, determining the object. And for the mind door, it's the apprehending function, right? So its Manodara Vijana also arises in 5 doors. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 6 doors, always 6 doors. And
is that why it says Anselm with A for always?
Yeah, right. For the Kama Vijara Javana, this Javana also, it means 6 door, right? 6 doors mean when you see something, maybe unwholesome consciousness, one of those arise. Right? And for Arahant, right? For Arahant, when you see something, maybe they smile, depend on the star. Maybe they see the 5 object, or maybe they think about something in mind door, right? This is smile producing. Consciousness can rise at 6 doors. This is the Kamaja. This wholesome consciousness right here. Now, say, when you do the meritorious deed, depend on when you see the monk or see the Buddha, and you hear the Dhamma, something like that, and you feel happy about that. It's the wholesome consciousness. One of those can arise. for ordinary worldling person, for a Sotapanna, Sagaragami, Anagami, and for Arahants, when it does, they see, they hear, they smell, they taste, they touch any object, or maybe they think something, a functional consciousness can arise. See, a sixth door, concerned about eye, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. That's why the Kama Javana, 29 type of consciousness, can arise in 6 doors. Right, 6 doors. So together, 31 type of consciousness, 6 doors, always 6 doors. And 6 dwara chitta, sometimes 10. See that, right? 0 dwara chitta is meant without dwara, no, without door. Some is the 10 too. This 10, what is the 10? Here. Sandirana, Ubekha Sandirana 2. Right? Ubekha Sandirana 2. Investigating consciousness accompanied by indifference, right? 2. And great resultant consciousness, Mahivibhaka 8. 8 and 2, 10. This 10 type of consciousness arise either the 6th door or without door. No? Sometimes maybe 6th door, sometimes without door. Right? When is the arise in 6 doors? When all these 10 types of consciousness perform their function as the dharamana. The dharamana is it follows the javana chitta, right? Just the dharamana. At that moment, when their function perform their function as the dharamana, have here 6 door. 6 door can arise in our. If you see something, and then the dharamana after javana, fully experience this object, and just think about the past, what's the javana experience about ear, nose, tongue, body, and also the mind. So that's what the dharamana, when they perform their function as the dharamana, arise in 6 door: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. 6 door. Why they perform their function as patisandhi, bhavanga, juti, without door? This means by study sandirana, for example, for animal, for one cat, one dog, when they sleep, their consciousness is ubekha sandirana, right? This perform its function, bhavanga. Sleep, fall asleep, bhavanga. At the time, this the bhavanga cannot arise our eye, cannot see anything at that moment, cannot hear anything, cannot smell, cannot taste, cannot touch. Right? And manodwara cannot feel anything, cannot think about anything, just a bhavanga. That's why this when they perform their duty, their function as the bhavanga, or maybe bhavanga, maybe juti, maybe parisandhi, without door. As a parisandhi. Parisandhi is like this present life, the first thought moment when we, takes the relinquishing consciousness, arise the first time. This relinquishing consciousness cannot see anything, cannot hear, cannot taste, cannot touch. Parisandhi, relinquishing consciousness. When we die, the last thought moment when we die, this the present life, when we die, the final thought moment is we call juti, or death consciousness. At that moment, this sandirana, cannot arise in any doors. That's why, please know it, this ubekha sandirana 2 There's the Mahavipaka or great resultant consciousness 8. This 10 type of consciousness, when they perform their duty as the Dharamana, they arise in 6 door. When they perform their duty as the Padisandhi relinquishing function, right, and Bhavanga life continuum function, duty, that function at that moment without door, cannot arise any door. That's why here, sometime, the meaning of sometime. It's not always, just sometime here. Because they have their duty 4 function. We already studied about function, function. Their function like the here for us, right? Great resultant consciousness 8. Their function is the Padisandhi relinquishing consciousness, or Bhavanga consciousness, or Bhavanga function, and duty function, and the Dharana function, 4 function. When they perform the Dharana function, the 6th door. And when they perform their function as the Padisandhi, Bhavanga, duty function, no door, without door. Cannot arise any door. It's the meaning, sometime. It's door free, right? And the last one, 0 dwara citta, is always, without door free. How many one? 9, right? 9. This is a sublime resultant consciousness to arise without door here. See that, right? Sublime resultant consciousness means Rupavajara, Vipaka, 5. Arupavajara, formless sphere consciousness, that is resultant, 4. This is sublime resultant consciousness, 9. This 9 to arise without a door. Right? Yeah, just their function, just only 3. We already studied about it, their function, only 3. What is their function? Padisandhi, Bhavanga, Judy, just 3 functions. The 3 functions without door, always without door.
Is that kind of like recalling or memory?
They're very, very close to jhana, or something like that, but very close to jhana. Yeah, that's for example, close example. When you eat something, you already swallow it, the one you eat, right? Very tasty, and then your mouth. Something like that. Just that's the dharamana. You already swallow it, but just recall it. But it's very close to jhana. Just take the same object. Very tasty. Just think about it. Very close. The dharamana. The dharama is tang aramana. Ta aramana. 2 words, right? Ta is that object. That object is meant, or that, the dharana is object. That object is the object, what is the jhana taking? The same object with jhana. This present object, at the dharana. Or like some cow, and maybe you see that in countryside. In the daytime, you would eat something. At night, they just sit and just queuing all the time. Just like the dharamana. Even we finish this, eating, finish even you hear something sound. This sound very beautiful. And even the sound is already finished, we just think about it. But very close, very close, the same object. That we call the dharamana. As now we go to Kamavajara, or Aramana Sangha. Aramana is an object, right? Object. This the Aramana here is to hang upon. Aramana, to hang upon. Or delight in. Like that's for us. We go to concert, go to the show, we go to cinema. The cinema, concerts, there's some place they have entertainment. That's the aramana. We call aramana. It's to hang upon. Here we have aramana subject and aramana object. Because subject we call aramanika. We should know the term in Pali. See that, right? Aramanika means subject. Subject is in consciousness, right? Aramana, page 5, right? Aramana is an object. We have aramanika and aramana, and subject and object. When we study about chapter 9, I would like to explain to you about what we do chanting, Bhatana chanting, where aramana, vajayo, something like that. This, when we understand all these things, very clear, very easy to understand what is Bhatana chanting mean. I will explain to you one by one. Because we already know the term, right? Jaku vinyana, sota vinyana, oesami nama, oesami rupa. We already know that, right? So, and then I tell you, we know right away. This aramanika is subject, Subject is means our mind, our consciousness. And aramana is the object. This all consciousness, they have the object, aramana, to hang upon, to delight in. Here, jaku vinyana, 2. Here, now we will discuss about this analysis of aramana. What type of consciousness, what is their object? Every consciousness,